actually, I'm not gonna lie. Ann Wolf was the best in her era, and I'm the best in this era. Layla Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Skin girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light skinned that they just all that they can come up and talk. Oh, because you think you're pretty. I'm gonna tell you something. One, I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my. That's one.
Wow.
Shit. All right. If that's the game that we're gonna play, but put that back in my Chanel. I don't even carry none of my bags with no money in it. I refuse to.
Yeah.
I was poor once upon a time. I ain't poor no more.
Wow.
Okay. I gotta get in the gym. I gotta eat healthy. I gotta run. I gotta not have sex with my man for 6 weeks. I gotta do all this stuff.
Come on, my nigga. You supposed to be nicer than this. Like,
hey y'all, it's Two Brains, Three Eyes, and I'm back with another video. And I was inspired to do this video because of Claressa Shields. Not to hate or anything like that, because y'all will sit here and say I'm being a hater and whatnot. I don't care. I'm just a regular nobody, what you call it, that just has an opinion. Whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't really concern me. But I was honestly inspired to do this video because of Claressa. And the reason why it's about her is because I do think she has some type of mental illness. And we'll get into what that mental illness is. But it just came to me when I saw that she did like a weigh-in. And she looked just like Alicia Baumgartner. Like the exact replica, like hair and everything, like hair, outfit. It just seemed like she was trying to embody her competition just to get a one-up, right? Or copycatting. And people say, oh, well, everybody copies. Well, listen, I don't copy the ops. I don't copy my enemies. I don't copy women who don't like me. That's crazy. And we're going to get into the details of that. But overall, we're going to get into first, who is Claressa Shields, in case you don't know. She is an American professional boxer and one of the most accomplished women in boxing history. So we got to give her that. Before we get into anything else, she is, I would say, top tier. All right. Most recently, she had a fight with Kay Scott. I believe that was on August 15th of 2026, right in Atlanta. And baby, listen, Kay's team threw in the whole goddamn laundry basket. Obviously, Claressa, she took that and she actually ended the fight with the TKO. So overall, we have to give Claressa her respect as far as her success as a boxer, coming where she came from, Flint, Michigan, coming out of poverty, the life she had, the trauma, the struggles, everything that she overcame. We have to give her her respects when it comes to that, because she is one of the greatest. She is. Right? Now, what made me concerned is because of, her life outside the ring. A champion in the ring, but a loser outside the ring, right? And I say that because she seemed to be going downhill ever since she got in a relationship with Papoose, and that just goes to show you that the minute you add a man into the equation, your life just does a complete 360. Because she was okay before she got with Papoose. Actually, I remember first seeing her interview on The Breakfast Club a few years back.
I just think that in boxing, she feel like she never got her fair share. I feel like she never got to the point where she wanted to get to. And people recognize Layla Ali, but they always try to say like, oh, she only was big because of her dad, and they don't really give her props on her skills. I'm not one of those people. I think that she fought who she fought, and she had to win. If she would have been a loser, they would have said, oh, Muhammad Ali daughter boxes, but she loses. But she was Ali's daughter, and she won. She was undefeated. So I give her that respect.
And I remember me admiring her. I remember how humble she was. I remember how relatable she was. But it just seemed like over time, after, the victories, the championships, the publicity, she seemed to let that kind of attention get to her head. And I've seen the pictures of her before she had fame. And let's just say she did have a glow up. And at this point in her life, I think now that she has the fame, now that she has the money, she in a way doesn't know how to handle that, because that's not what she grew up in, right? Now, so to get into other things as well. So I was speaking on her mental health. So if you're not aware, there's something called maladaptive social comparison. And that's when comparing yourself to other people becomes unhealthy, and it starts negatively affecting how you move, how you think, how you feel, how you behave, right? For example, you might have someone that says, oh, I like her, she looks great, she has great style. But then it turns into, she looks better than me, so I need to look like her. And that's how I feel went through Claressa's mind when she did like her little weigh-in. And I'm like, damn, like she looked just like Alicia. But didn't her and Alicia have beef? And it's weird to me how someone you don't like, you're trying to look like. I don't get it. And it's weird. It's, in a way, of course, they say if you don't got haters, you ain't popping or whatever. But it's just weird how all of a sudden she switched up her wardrobe to look like Alicia. Right? And honestly, too, I think the beef with Alicia goes deeper than what we can understand. Because I've noticed Claressa in her lives, like when she goes live on Instagram or one of her social media pages, she said something about how y'all light-skinned women think y'all better than everybody, just going in on light-skinned people. And me personally, that kind of makes a lot more, it makes a lot more sense, because most likely she probably has trauma back to her childhood. Obviously, she was a child that must have been bullied because she never had her hair done. She didn't have like perfect teeth or anything like that. So obviously she was a victim of bullying. And I'm assuming that the girls that were probably bullying her were light-skinned. So she took that hurt with her over the years and kind of figured, oh, well, every light-skinned woman thinks they all that, and they think that they're the enemy, right? So I think when she sees Alicia, she kind of sees the girls that used to bully her as a little girl, and she hates Alicia for that. That's just my honest opinion. Now, to get back into her mental health, right? I think it stems from whatever happened in her childhood, because she does talk about her childhood and how difficult it was navigating, how they grew up in poverty and how they had just random people in the house and whatnot. And I think that has affected her over the years. And I don't know if she's, getting therapy for it or not, but I think that's part of the reason why she feels that she has to go on live every other day, week, and argue with people that she doesn't even know, people who are irrelevant, people who have less money than her, and have to explain herself. I'm pretty. Me and Papoose are cool. We do this. We do that. Oversharing.
I want to tell you the real reason why Pap is with me, because I don't think you know. I'm going to tell you. I'm a badass bitch. Flat out. My ass is real. My body's real. I look good as fuck in the face. I'm successful. I'm young. And the things that my little poo nana can do is amazing. That's why we together. Yeah.
It's too much. And it's so sad because I liked her before she started hopping on social media and showing her ass and this, that, and the four. But I liked her before the whole Papoose situation for the most part. But it seems like after that, she just didn't know how to handle the attention that she was getting. And it's not that I don't like her. I just think she's annoying.
Do you regret the whole Layla Ali exchange?
Never.
Okay.
Nope. She deserved everything that she got. Whatever I said, I stand on it. She proved me right. She's a hater. She's a witch. She proved me right.
How do you think she proved you right?
Because I always knew that she was a hater. I always knew that she's behind the scenes telling people, oh yeah, she's this, she's that. Been knew that.
You're in your prime. Layla needs to rest. I think if you really want a fair fight, you have to be in your prime, especially consider something like boxing. And as old as Layla is, don't get me wrong, she looks great. She's not in her prime like how she used to be, and I think that would have been a fair fight. But to say that she's just Muhammad Ali's daughter, and it was the way she said it too. It's sometimes it's not what somebody says, it's like how they say it. That's what kind of made me side-eye her. And then it just went downhill from there. So it's not like black women don't support Claressa. She's just annoying. She overshares.
One thing Claressa needs to understand, it's not always about her. Okay? I have my career. I have my life. I'm a grown woman. I'm going to talk about this because you asked me the question. I'm a grown married woman with 2 kids. I got a whole lot of things going on. So I'm not going to do all that tit for tat. But I will say that she's right. No, she's probably talking about the Breakfast Club. And she's right. I gave her her props. And then they asked me. Now we're not talking about you anymore. They asked me about coming out of retirement. First of all, I already know what's available. I'm a businesswoman. So who is worth or inspires me enough to want to come out of retirement at now 42? Do you have $5 million for me? Do you have $10 million for me? Because guess what? It's going to take at least that to come get me. You know what I'd have to do to prepare to come back for a fight? I don't care who it is, because I'm going to win regardless. I'm going to knock you out. Okay, period. So for me, it really comes down to me being in shape. That's the only way I would lose if I was not in shape. So for me to stop everything I'm doing, okay, to take time away from my family, my kids being like, Mom, you're not going to do this. My husband not agreeing with it. The training, the focus, everything it would take. And who is there? Nobody. No.
But you can do it if it got to that point.
If I wanted to, of course I could. But what I'm saying is that I don't care if you're upset about what I said. If you don't inspire me to want to come back, then I'm not gonna.
Of course, we know she's the greatest at this point. But she's a fucking loser outside of the ring. And she needs a PR person. And if she already has one, she needs to get a new one because it's just not working. She has no social media training whatsoever. She's always trying to prove to the internet why she has so much money, posting receipts and whatnot. Like, girl, what are you trying to prove? And me personally, it's less becoming of a woman. Like, you're supposed to be a championship. You know, you're supposed to be a champion. You're supposed to be this god. You're supposed to be the GOAT. But yet you behave like this. And out of all people that you decide to get in a relationship with, you decide to get in a relationship with Papoose. And I don't have anything against Papoose. I think he's a great guy. But the situation that he's in right now is not the best situation that she should be in, considering how much drama that has caused, that situation has brought to her life. Just imagine where she'd be without Papoose. But of course, you know, she's going to say that they were made for each other. And she says something about, yeah, we're having a baby next year. Poor thing. So with that, I'm saying, us as black women, we want to see other black women win. But I just feel like sometimes she does embarrass us. And yes, she's talented. We all know this. She can fight. Sis can fight. She has drive. She has confidence in the ring. But outside of that, she needs to work on herself. So, take it how you want it. You can still say what you want. At the end of the day, I'm just another woman with an opinion. No, I do not hate Claressa. I just think she needs to make better decisions in her personal life. So let me know your opinions on her. Go ahead and drop them in the comment section below, and then I'll see you on the next video.